Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how to add a bit of dynamism to blocks. So in this case I have two objects. One is not a block yet. This door here, this is already a block. So we'll be creating this, we'll be converting this as a block. And while making it, we'll be adding the dynamic behavior. While in this case, we'll be adding the dynamic behavior to the existing block. So I'll be covering those two scenarios. So let's start with the window, and we still these are still individual objects, and we need to add. We have to first convert it into a block. So the behavior which I'm going to add here is an alignment grip in this case, so that when you insert this block, it can automatically align to an inclined surface. This is going to be very helpful. Otherwise you have to insert it, rotate it, or use align command, etc. But here when we convert it into a block, it will align to the surface automatically. While in this case we'll be adding the alignment grip as well as a flip grip, so that it can change the door opening direction with a single click. Let's start with the window. To convert a block, you use your usual create block command, or you can also type B in the command prompt. Let's click on the create block option, which will bring up the block definition window. So in this case I'm going to add a name which is more descriptive. So let's call this window automatic alignment, something like that, WAA. And now we have to pick a point for the insertion. So I'm going to pick maybe I can pick this point here as the insertion, or let's pick the bottom. So there's a frame coming up, so I'll be using this point as the insertion point. Now we have to select the object, so I'm going to select all of these objects. We have the preview here, and see this open in block editor ticked. So this is where we can add all those dynamic behavior to the block. So make sure that's clicked and then give OK. So while closing, this block will open up in the block editor. So here I will give OK, and here we are inside the block editor window. So here is where we are going to add the behavior which we already described. So in this case I'm going to add an alignment grip. So what you have to do is, this is the way. First you add a parameter, then you add an action to that parameter. So in this case we are going to add the alignment grip, alignment parameter. So for the alignment parameter there is no need of any action, so that can work without an action. So some parameter need action, some doesn't need this. So in this case I'm going to the parameter, and I'm going to add the alignment parameter, and I'm going to add it. You need to give first a base point. So you have to be careful here how you want to align this. So in this case I'll be using this point and this point as the alignment, because that will be aligned to the walls. So the base point is going to be this point in this case, and the alignment direction next is alignment direction. So this point is going to be the alignment direction. Basically this acts as a base point, and this is the second point of alignment. So click there, and that's it. So you have just see this dotted line here, that is where it's going to get aligned. This is very simple but very useful. That's all you have to do, and close the block editor. Is asking whether you want to save the changes. Of course you want to do. Click save, and here we have a block, and see we have an additional grip here. Actually there is a block grip also, but since we made it on the same location, we are not able to see the block insertion grip. That's fine. Now see how it behaves. Yes, just click there and move to a surface, and it will automatically align. So what's happening is that point is acting as a base point, and the second point is acting as the next point for alignment. So in this way you can easily align a block to an inclined surface. It's very simple, yet very powerful. Now in this case we have the second scenario here. We already have a block. How to convert it into a dynamic block, or how to add a bit of dynamic behavior. So in this case you can do a couple of things to enter the block editor. This is where all those things happens. You can type bedit if you want to use the command prompt. Bedit is the command for this, or you can select the block and right click and say block editor, so it will automatically open this in the block editor. So now we have the block editor, and this is how the block position is. This is fine. However, yes, here let's first start with the alignment grip. So here you go to parameter and add the alignment point. So that's a base point, and then that's the second point. So here that block is already aligned. It will be automatically aligned with respect to those 2 points. Now now we want to also add what we call the flip parameter, so we can flip the block or change the direction of the block quickly. In order to flip essentially act like a mirror. So imagine you're placing a mirror here. It can if you're placing the mirror in this horizontal direction, or which is parallel to the x-axis, it can mirror. It can change the direction, either the top or bottom. Or if you are placing the mirror vertically, it can make the door open inside or outside, etc. So let's add a flip in both direction. So before we do that, we need to determine the center. So I will just draw a temporary line here. I started from this endpoint to this endpoint, so I'm going to also add this. This is my first mirror line, so I'm going to add this line here. This is going to be my first mirror, which will flip either top or bottom. Now the next mirror, I want it vertically, so let's use the mid of this wall line. So that is going to be my second mirror. So we will be deleting these lines once we add the flip grip. So to add a flip grip, first you add the parameter. Actually for the flip grip there need to be a flip action also associated with it. However, you start with the parameter. So first parameter, then action. Parameter is flip because we want to flip it. Go to flip and then base point of reflection line. So that's basically where this is the first point of mirror line. So that's the first point, and then the second point of flip is that. And we have a flip state. We have a name for that parameter. You can rename it if you want, but I will keep it same as flip state 1. And see this exclamation mark here. So it's asking for an action to be associated with, which we'll be doing shortly. And next is a flip. Also, we are going to do this for this vertical line. So go to flip, and then base point is here, and that point is down. Next point is down, and then another name for the flip state. Now we have added the flip parameter. Next, go to action, and then flip. Go to flip action, and select the parameters. First case, you have to select the flip parameters. So I'm going to select this one first. Then select objects. That's all. Select all of them. Select all of the objects. Let's delete these 2 lines, the reference lines which we have drawn before in order to draw those flip lines. So that's not part of it. So I'm going to remove that lines. It's not longer needed. Let's do this one more time. So flip action, flip, and then select the flip parameter. So I'm going to select this as the flip parameter, and then select all of the objects. So here I'm going to select all of them, and that's it. So you see this mirrored line, so that's going to be mirrored with respect to this line. Next, flip for this other state, flip state 2. So here we are going to select the flip parameter, that's this flip parameter, and then select all the objects for that, and that is also a mirror is also added to it. That's all we have to do. Now close the block editor. It's asking whether to save some sort of name there. I forgot to name, give a proper name. That's fine. Save it. And now if you select this, there are multiple grips, so don't worry about it. They all do the things which you already know. So this grip will be flipping it, and this also will be flipping, while this will be aligning it. Now see, you can see the insertion grip there because we added the flip grip, alignment grip at another location. So here's how it works. Just grab that grip and then keep it, make it on a position. So here you see that is automatically captured that line. Now since you already have that flip grip, we added in the center, middle of the line. So here when you click there, it will flip it without changing the lines, without changing the insertion lines there, which is very good. Now if you do this flip, it will flip either it is inside or outside. So just by adding those two parameters and actions, we were able to give life to those blocks. And this is just a stepping first lesson into the world of dynamism. Many people don't use it because they think it is too tough, but it is very simple to begin it like this, and we can then grow further by adding other parameters, etc. So that's it for today. Hopefully you learned something new. If I would like you to, if you are not using it already, start using the dynamic blocks, and if that helped you, then please put that in the comments, so I will know how that is helping you. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in another one. Bye now.